Hey guys, it's me, Annalise. So this video is going to be in three separate things. They'll be separated over time because of reasons. Um, so this one is going to be about travel and basically if since I'm going on this big trip, I wanted to be able to help others kind of figure out what they need to do and yeah. So I will make questions up as I go because no one's really asked me questions. So yeah, here we go. Um. Okay, so figure out how long you want to stay there. First of all, like for me, I want to pretty much permanently set myself in. My plan is to go to Finland for about 3 or 4 months. And then after that, I'm going to Berlin for an internship, and it's kind of like they'll help you learn the language, they'll help you find a place to stay. Actually, they have like kind of like apartment-y dorm type things for people who are going through the program. So you have to pay for dorm, and that's pretty much it. And um, and I'll be staying there until the end of the program, and they'll help you set yourself up with a job. And then after you're done with that, like since I'm a U.S. citizen, and getting a job in Germany is almost impossible unless A, you're a citizen there, and B, you've had your you've graduated from college. I really can't speak today. I'm sorry about that. And so getting a job and if you've gotten a job there before. So this will like kind of shove my foot in the door to get a job there again. So my plan after I'm done with that program is to actually stay there. And I haven't told my parents this because, mom gets all emotional, and my parents have this effect of if you have this really big plan, they have a way of like convincing you not to do it because they're afraid it's too big for you, you'll get hurt, blah blah blah, you'll be homeless, blah blah blah, as any other worried parent would be. And being 20 and being acknowledging the fact of anything could go wrong, I understand where they're coming from. And being parents and being worried about their child and the last child to go out of the bird's nest. So, yeah, that'll be a last minute thing. Also, I've been pretty much planning this trip for 2 years. If you're going to plan this trip, you have to give it time, most of all. If you're gonna figure out, you should learn the language, first of all, the basics of language. That way you can get a taxi, get a hotel, find directions, order off of a menu, have a basic conversation, understand basic principles. As a traveler, you should understand standards of that either culture or their basics or standards. So, yeah. And since I've been to Germany and Berlin, especially 2 times, I have kind of shoved myself in there. I haven't fully indulged myself in the German way of life because I've mostly been there as a tourist rather than a local. So this time I actually want to be kind of a student local type person and actually learn a lot more than how you would as a tourist. So yeah. And when I went there, I don't know if you've ever done this, if you've traveled and you've not more than liked it, but you fell in love with it. Like, your heart felt home. Like, I don't know if any of you guys have ever felt that, but that's just me. So, yeah. What else? Budgeting through your trip. I have a set amount of money, X amount of money, and and so you must save and save and save and save and save. If you know how much you're going to use and where you're going to be staying, since I'm going to be staying with an internship and friends, I'll be fine. Basically, they're buying my electricity and my water and my food. And not my booze, but that's alright. And you had to, if you're going to be living in a hotel, basically, I would research some of them, because if you're getting ripped off for like $80+ for a hotel, you're going to the more touristy side of the city. So I have a friend who lives in Helsinki, and she knows that there's an average cost for hotels that are around $20, and that's like a good price for them. It's like our $80 hotels, which are nice. So, what's another question? Oh, you guys are probably, so I'm going to be, staying with my friends for a while, definitely. The first person I'm going to be staying with is my really close friend who is my first foreign exchange student. And I'm going for her graduation mostly. And so, and then after that, I'm going to be like partying with her. And of course, like during the daytime, I will have something to do. I'm going to be kind of a local tourist, like I just moved in. And I'm going to see if I can just hang out in the library, or if I can go to the main square. And like my main hobby that I'm going to be doing while I'm over there is painting. I have an incredible, I think it's incredible. I have a really good painting ability. Let me show you one. I recently did this one, so that one's really cool. I haven't named him. I don't know what I'm gonna name him. Yeah. And so, I guess you guys should see this one. I did this one. So, my art is quite fantastic, so maybe I'll do a tutorial on here how to draw, paint, whatever. So I will be having many paintings to take with me along the way. Along the way, I will be gathering a lot of trash. I feel like the stuff that I will bring will eventually, I will never use, because I feel like, I should bring these books, and I'm like, wait, when the hell am I going to read books? And since there is a library in almost every city you go to, I won't have to worry about that. I can just go in there and pick up a few books and just, read them. And, and then if I decide to actually stay in Berlin, like, permanently, I can bring my stuff over there and blah, 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 after I get enough money to actually stay in an apartment permanently. So, okay, the most important thing about visiting in Europe, if you stay more than 3 months, 3 months is the actual time you can go without a visa. After 3 months, you have to have a visa, whether, it depends on what you're going for. If you're going for a tourist visa, that you have to say how much time you're going to be there. If you're going for a work visa, you have to have it permitted by the actual company. Oh yes, you're going to be here for so-and-so time. If you're going for school visa, you have to actually go through it. If you're going through a program, you have to have them kind of set up for you, and then you can fill the rest out. I don't know how it is. I think it's like that. And then there's a living visa, which I plan on getting. And that's where you have to tell them if you have enough money to sustain on your own, and who you're going to be staying with, and so on and so forth. So, yeah. And then, yeah, so that's my plan on the whole big move to Germany. And another big thing about if you are going to be living there, you have to understand the government, the economics, the whatever, whatnot. And since, before you go, if you ever go to another country and you have to change your currency to a different one, say we are the USD and they are the EUR, our dollar right now, if you turn it into a euro, it'd be 70, well, do you rent it? Well, right now it's at 0.725. So you'd be either getting 73 or 72 cents out of your dollar, which isn't bad right now. It's lately been around 0.73 or 0.72, so it's pretty good right now. But our US dollar will be going down soon, so I think it's pretty cool that when I go over there, I'll have a higher dollar. If I ever come back, I can get an extra. What else? Oh, and if you are budgeting around a certain amount, you should put more in, because if you do turn your US dollar into euro, it will be less, significantly less. So, yeah, you should definitely work around that. Let's see, right now I have around $2,000, but since I'm going to be living with other people, it won't be as bad because, I will be mooching, freeloading off them, so yeah. I can't think of anything else, but if you have any questions about Europe and what my favorite things about Europe are, I think I've already done 10 things I love about Germany. Yeah, and if you want me to do one about Austria, or when I go over to Finland, I can do one about Finland, and the differences between Finland and the US, or Finland and Germany, Finland and whatever, or what may it be. That'd be really cool, really rad. So you should definitely comment, message me. Yeah, so, auf Wiedersehen.